Imagine waking up every day, knowing you'll never have arms to reach out or legs to walk on. This is the reality Nick Vujicic faced from the moment he was born. Nick came into the world on December 4th, 1982, in Melbourne, Australia. His birth was a shock to everyone, especially his parents. When they first saw him, they couldn't believe it. Nick was born without arms or legs due to a rare disorder known as tetra-amelia syndrome. His mother refused to hold him at first. Can you blame her? How could a baby with such severe limitations ever live a normal life? But soon, love took over, and his parents accepted him, knowing that their son would face unimaginable challenges. But Nick's journey was just beginning. As a young boy, Nick struggled. He couldn't play the games other kids played. He couldn't tie his shoes or hold a pencil. Even something as simple as turning a page in a book was nearly impossible for him. Can you imagine how that felt? Watching everyone else do the things you wished you could do? Nick often wondered, why me? Why was I born this way? And in school, things got even tougher. Nick faced relentless bullying. The kids mocked him, called him names, and treated him like he was invisible or worse, a burden. It hurt, deeply. He felt isolated, and by the age of 8, Nick started to think there was no point in living. At one point, the pain became so unbearable that he considered taking his own life. At the age of 10, Nick thought about drowning himself in the family bathtub. He felt like a burden to his parents and to the world. But then something changed. A moment that changed everything. One day, his mother showed him a newspaper article. It was about a man who lived with a severe disability yet found a way to live a full life. That article sparked something inside Nick. For the first time, he realized that maybe, just maybe, there was hope. Maybe his life could have meaning. From that day forward, Nick decided to stop feeling sorry for himself. He started focusing on what he could do rather than what he couldn't. And what could Nick do? It turned out, quite a lot. Nick learned how to use the 2 small toes on his left foot to write, use a computer, and even swim. He learned how to brush his teeth, comb his hair, and live independently. He found a way to navigate the world without the things most of us take for granted every single day. But Nick's true gift wasn't just in learning to live. It was in his ability to inspire others. In high school, Nick began speaking to small groups, sharing his story, and motivating others to look beyond their struggles. People were amazed at how this young man, with so many physical challenges, could be so full of hope, courage, and humor. He would stand or sit in front of crowds and say, "I love living life. I am happy." That happiness radiated from him, and soon Nick's speaking engagements began to grow. Nick realized that his life's purpose was to help others see that no matter what challenges they faced, they too could overcome them. And then, Nick went global. By the time he was in his early 20s, Nick was traveling the world as a motivational speaker. He visited schools, prisons, and even talked to world leaders. His message was always the same. No matter how hard life gets, you can choose to keep going. Nick's sense of humor always shone through, too. He would joke with his audiences, saying things like, "I can't hug you, but I can give you a high five with my foot." He found joy in connecting with people and showing them that no matter their struggles, life was worth living. A powerful message of hope. Over time, Nick became a best-selling author, a husband, and a father to 4 beautiful children. He never let his physical limitations define him. Instead, he showed the world that the only real limitations are the ones we place on ourselves. And here's the powerful truth. If Nick Vujicic, a man born without arms or legs, could find a way to live a full, happy, and successful life, then what's stopping you from doing the same? Nick's story has one powerful message. It's not about how you start. It's about what you do with what you have. Nick once said, "If you can't get a miracle, become one." He became a living example of that. He turned his biggest weakness into his greatest strength. He's spoken to millions of people around the world, inspiring them to believe in themselves, to persevere through hard times, and to never give up. And as Nick continues his journey, Nick's life reminds us all that we have the power to change our lives no matter what circumstances we're born into. So the next time you feel like giving up, think about Nick. Remember how he chose to live, to smile, and to inspire, even when the odds were stacked against him. Because in the end, it's not the challenges we face that define us, it's how we face them. And if Nick Vujicic can find happiness, success, and love without arms or legs, then surely we too can rise above our own struggles. Nick's story doesn't just end here. It continues to inspire millions worldwide, reminding us that no matter what life throws at us, we have the power to rise above.